What's Sanaa with this new menu?
Well, Princess the Bear, today we're at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, specifically so she could say that joke.
No, it's time for a Sanaa dinner menu update.
Yes, because your number one choice in food infotainment, since this menu is updated, we're here to try the food, so you don't have to, because she's vegan. I'm not. She's not going to leave me in the safari this time.
It's time to foodie and chill.
Welcome to Sanaa.
My friends, I celebrate your arrival. If you miss the food from Food and Wine, don't worry, the samosa is here for you at Sanaa. Now, this is literally the same samosa that you get at the India booth. During Food and Wine, the only difference is the sauce. During Food and Wine, they do like a mint chutney situation. Here they have a tamarind sauce, and then they usually do the mango chutney, but because Bear is allergic to mango, we did not get that. Put a little bit of the slaw on here. This is, oop, there we go. Cheers to a beautiful samosa. I dream of this samosa. It does bring me back to Food and Wine. It's such an amazing option. I love how flavorful it is. It is jam-packed with stuffings. And tamarind sauce gives it a little kick. So if you have an aversion to spice, I would say get that on the side so you can be a little adventurous with it. The mango chutney is not spicy, so you can just kind of play with that if you, I didn't do it because Bear has a mango allergy, but if you don't, enjoy it that way. The slaw is great, does also have a kick to it. I love this though. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 samosa. It's literally like my favorite samosa at Disney. I wish they gave you 3 instead of 2. And I wish maybe they did an alternate chutney. Like, they have tomato chutney and other things on the menu. Like, why not just offer an alt if you're allergic or if you don't want it? Maybe you don't want the mango chutney. I don't know. It's still good.
We are not ashamed to say that at times we have come here just for the apps at Sanaa. We have literally have a video where we just went to the lounge and ordered every app and still left full. This restaurant has always been a vibe for us. We have lots of memories here, both on YouTube and off YouTube. And honestly, the samosa, if you are staying at the lodge, you find yourself at the lodge, I think it's worth coming here just for the samosa because it is literally that good. The tamarind sauce, I couldn't have this in the house. I put this on everything. Peanut butter sandwiches, tuna fish sandwiches, bread, cereal. When I say everything, I mean everything. And you may be barking, disgusted right now. Good, because I would put it on everything. I can't extol enough how much I adore this samosa. I would literally stalk this samosa like a Bridgerton stalks a person of color. Like, that much. I would yearn for it. Ride in the rain for it. Almost get stung by a bee for it. 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Berry Necessities list. Get you some more samosa. The seasonal salad has changed here at Sanaa. It's become seasonal, as a seasonal salad should. With all sorts of fixings. It's now got a honey vinaigrette with pomegranates. We got different seeds. The cheese now is a goat cheese. You have blueberry, compressed watermelon. The princess are talking about how this menu has changed when we first started coming here. And honestly, it makes me miss the little salad sampler they used to have here. So like a little trio. It's like mini salads. That watermelon salad changed my view and love of watermelon. Not enough not to despise it, but enough to try any watermelon that Sanaa ever gives me. And that is a level of commitment I do not express anywhere else in my life, probably except the princess and video games and motorcycles and my brother and probably this YouTube channel. But after that, nothing else. I can see that the Mouse's Secret Service has carted over a whole cart of Disney's arugula from the arugula bunker underneath the Contemporary just for me. Luckily, it's offset by how delicious the goat cheese is. I actually do love the compressed watermelon. Maybe that's my thing. Maybe it's watermelon I hate, but compressed watermelon is definitely my jam. The blueberries, the seeds. This is a perfectly sized salad for me. I will mow this thing down and then be questioning whether I should have ordered dinner at all. And to me, that's a good time. 4.75 out of 5 claws.
The Zanzibari curry is finally removed from the menu. It has been on this menu for some years and has been replaced with this gorgeous cauliflower steak. Now, the cool thing about this cauliflower steak, and I think they should really do this with all vegan options, just to make it more accessible to all people, you have the option to add meat to this. So you can add chicken to it. I think it was beef was the other option. I can't remember, beef or shrimp, either way. You can add meat to this if you are not vegan. Otherwise, if you're vegan, this is a beautiful plate. Also, there's usually like a little rice cake that goes underneath the cauliflower. Unfortunately, the rice cake contains mangoes. So instead of the rice cake, they gave me a gorgeous little bowl of rice, which I don't really need to use for this. We're just gonna go in on the cauliflower steak. And I am the cool one here. I got a steak knife. So I'm gonna cut me some, oh, there it goes. I want some tomato action. And I wanna get this cauliflower, which looks super turmeric spiced. Turmeric is a very overpowering flavor if not done correctly. So I'm curious to see how this tastes all together. Now, the cauliflower itself is super herbaceous, super flavorful, not too turmeric forward. Yeah, it's not really what I expected it to be, and it's not like super turmeric forward. It is very herbaceous and very much like of the masala realm. I don't think it's garam masala, but it's some sort of masala on there. Beautifully charred. I have no notes. I think if you want a cauliflower steak, this is a good place to get one now. The only other place I can think of on Walt Disney World property that has a decent and equal to this level cauliflower steak is like the Boathouse. Outside of that, I really can't think of anything as beautiful as this one or as flavorful. This is way more flavorful than the Boathouse. I would give this one a 4.75 out of 5 cauliflowers. This was one I was super excited for. I thought there would be like a little bit more to it, but considering what is on here, I'm really not mad at it. It's got a lot of flavor to it, so.
The culinary staff saw fit to give the princess a steak knife, but don't worry, they have been stopping by the table to monitor her to make sure that as a vegan at the table that she is handling the steak knife with the utmost care. I still have all my fingers, so we're good. Got this nice roasted cauliflower. I like the red beans, sliced carrots on here. Got the other veggies, very much turmeric forward. And these roasted tomatoes. And it's one thing we like on this channel, it is a good roasted tomato. Nice thick roasted cauliflower. But I do want some of the beans. I'm gonna take some of the watermelon relish as well because the princess doesn't usually love watermelon relish all that much. That's a big piece. There we go. Bear-sized. Even in its current configuration, I would say that this cauliflower steak is more than meets the eye. And yes, that is an on-the-slide Transformers joke in a Disney resort. I'm not apologizing for it. But it's got a very nice roast to it, but it's not like much. It still very much holds its crunch. So you're getting something that's got some texture that you can bite into. The tomato and the beans add a nice little bit of like earthiness and like flavor layers to it. I do feel like it's missing something. And yes, we did have to modify it, so I understand there's actually pieces that would normally be here that I can't eat because they have mango in it. But I think it's a very, very tasty dish. However, I feel like the difference between this and the cauliflower steak at Boathouse is not as vast as I would like. I was expecting this to blow my socks off, especially over the Boathouse. Nothing wrong with the Boathouse. We love the Boathouse. But Sanaa is like up here for us. Our expectations for Sanaa are so much higher than normal restaurants. So it's good. I'm just expecting more. You know what I mean? I would give it 4.25 out of 5 claws. I would definitely order it again. And even as, you know, omnivore that I claim to be, flexitarian, depending on the day, I would come here and get the salad and this and leave happy. Here I find myself on another Potjie-Inspired journey. That is when you usually get a harvest and you also get an entree portion. The brand new one for the menu is the seafood, or not seafood. Seafood was the previous one. Now it is a shrimp curry. And then you get to pick a harvest. The harvests for the last year have all included mango for the most part, so I'm very limited on the ones that I can have now. There's only 4 now. There used to be like 6, but I can only have the chickpea wat and the sukuma wiki, which is collard greens. I get the sukuma wiki all the time. I do love the chickpea wat, so I got the chickpea wat. And then you get your rice with pickled something. Pickled what? No, what's that white thing that we get on stuff all the time that I complain about? Fennel. Pickled fennel is what it is. Yes, I complain sometimes too. Either way, I love a good curry. As I have humble bragged on this channel several times, I will eat any curry place in front of me. Jamaican curry, Caribbean curry, Japanese curry, Indian curry, South African curry, East African curry, North African curry, Moroccan curry. I love a good curry. And this with the shrimp covered. What shrimp? They're huge. It's covered in the sauce. I'm going to try it by itself first. The sea roach got some kick. Oh my lord. I just got tail slapped in the back of the throat. That heat's like a 6 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's ringing in my ears. And suddenly I am alive. I love a good spicy curry. I know most people, mild. No, I want to feel my curry. I want it to curry my favor in the form of spice. And this one is definitely doing that. Nice thick pieces of shrimp, nice and juicy, cooked well, not rubbery. You get all the flavors of the curry in there. Some coriander, garam masala, turmeric. Delightful. 4.25 out of 5 plus. I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to try it with the rice to see if maybe those of us that are, less spice inclined can temper some of the heat with a little bit of the rice. Because I do feel like for some people, it might be a little spicy. Definitely, if you are spice sensitive, just alter the amount of curry you're taking with the rice. The starch in the rice instantly cuts through a lot of that heat, and it makes it a lot more approachable. Not so slapped in the back of the throat like my first bite. But it doesn't necessarily add anything to the flavor of the curry itself, but it allows you to sort of manage the heat to something that you may find a little bit more manageable. Me, I could shower in this curry. I'm going to give it the same 4.25 out of 5 claws. I could do with an entire portion of just the shrimp curry. I'm just saying what's up to the chickpea wat. Glorious chickpeas in the wat, the tomato base, carrots in here. I can smell the cinnamon emanating from the bowl. This will fix me. So hot. Temperature hot, not spice hot. Much hotter than anything else on the plate, but so flavorful. The chickpeas melt away like a wave of African Indian food fusion that Sanaa is known for. It's like sitting outside in a rocking chair and watching the clouds go by, and the giraffes, and the zebras, and even the little aggressive zoomy turtle that they have outside the enclosure, because he zooms. All day he zooms. The African cranes, the ostriches. This entire resort is a vibe, and to me it's the most resorty resort of all the Disney resorts here at Walt Disney World. This is a vibey meal, and I'm going to leave happy. Chickpea wat, solid 4 out of 5 claws. You really can't go wrong with anything in the Potjie-Inspired. And even though it's just one harvest and one journey, you can add additional ones. I think it's for $8 or $9. So if you need a little bit more, you can get a little bit more. This is definitely a bare sample of approval.
This seems to be my replacement wine for the Painted Wolf Pinotage that used to be here. The Kanonkop Pinotage Rosé. I love a good Pinotage. Cheers. It's very bright and refreshing. It's complex for a rosé. A lot of them are just like really light. This one's not. This has a lot of flavor to it. It's very floral, but not too floral. It's nice and sweet, not dry. I would give it a 4 out of 5 rosés. Rosé all day with this glass.
It seems when I've come to Sanaa, I found my new tasty beverage, the Bee's Knees Rose Gin with honey lavender syrup and also some grapefruit soda in there. So a taste of the Savannah squeezed in a fancy glass, fit for a bar. It's like an African lemonade. I need a gallon jug of this, one of those backpacks, and then a walkable safari, and I'm good. 4 out of 5 claws. It wouldn't be a proper seasonal menu update here at Sanaa without some new animal-themed dessert, and they have been going hard on the animal-themed desserts for years. So now they have this crowned crane black sesame entremet. So you have the dried pineapple that represents the crown that you see on the cranes. You can see those out here on the savannah. Then you have some marinated pineapple on top of this black sesame mousse, some raspberry crumble, and then a raspberry base down here. The previous dessert this replaced, it was ice cream. Now it's a mousse, so no sort of dairy warning from me. And then you have a chai tea caramel here. Literally, the menu says chai tea, so don't come for me. But a chai caramel on the side. So the question is, how do I get everything on one spoon? I don't know that I can. Ooh. The mousse is it's thick, like an ice cream. But they did ensure me that it is a mousse. Some of that chai caramel, the mousse, the raspberry. Cheers to the crown crane, the true king of the savannah. I can say it no other way. That crown crane, he rocks. He rocks a lot. The black sesame mousse has a nice subtle texture to it. It's thick, complemented well by the tart of the raspberry, and the chai caramel is a thing of a chai boy's dreams. That is incredibly tasty. The desserts here never disappoint, but I'm also always surprised at what new animal they're able to theme their dessert off of. Just when they run out, they come up with something even more beautiful than the last one. I give this one 4.25 out of 5 claws. Sanaa never disappoints.
No, definitely not. And this time was no exception. It was absolutely amazing and will always be amazing. And even before we started doing food reviews, this was our place. This was the second most visited place that we would always go to at Disney World. And it's probably not that anymore because we do so many food reviews, but it's still super up there on the places of restaurants that we need to go to. Definitely best bread service at Walt Disney World, and Starlight Safari is amazing. And I mean, is there anything bad about Sanaa? Honestly, I can't think of a single bad thing.
Breakfast should be longer.
Okay. There you go.
Breakfast should be longer.
Breakfast is also amazing. If you haven't had breakfast here, do it.
Yes. Sanaa has never disappointed. This restaurant holds many memories in our heart. This used to be our number one birthday restaurant. Now it's just a place that anybody asks us, if you run into us somewhere and you ask what's our top favorite 3 restaurants, I'm sure Sanaa has been in that ranking at one point in time or another. Most times, in fact, where we bring our friends.
I would say even times when Bear and I used to be bored, before pre-YouTube, and we wanted to take a break from the people or the heat or just go somewhere relaxing, we went to Sanaa.
Fair. I want to know what you guys think. Why don't you come to Sanaa more? I need your detailed explanation in 4 sentences or less, except for Larry. Larry can leave as much as he wants in the comments below.
And we didn't mention in this video, there are 2 secret sauces on the bread service. So tell us if you got the secret sauces in the comments when you order the bread service.
As always, if there's anything else you want to see us do, the comments will always be a place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, will the rat bear ever become a bear, or will he just stay a rat bear forever?
I'm never growing up. But you heard the girl.